everyone, we gotta talk about SimplyNessa and Tana Mongeau and Kaylin and oh, Lord, okay, Calm. So I've done a video on this topic before, but there is now more that has came out thanks to SimplyNessa. If you want to see my first video on that, it's on my channel and you should really go watch it. I would really advise that. I will have it linked below. But basically summed up, SimplyNessa uploaded a video called Dear Tana Mongeau. It was a near 49-minute long video, and in it she addressed her past with Tana Mongeau and the microaggressions shown to her by Tana and her manager Jordan. Now this was hot in the heels of Kaylin Barry also posting a video, which was called Finally Revealing the Truth About Tana Mongeau, which was a 44-minute long video. Both videos had similar topics, basically addressing the fact that they both experienced microaggressive, really problematic behavior from both Tana and her manager Jordan. And they showed receipts, they showed proof, and it was, ooh, they really should have ended her, and she should have had to take proper accountability and be forced to, but you know what? Her enabling audience just allowed her to go on with it. Disgusting. Now, one thing I said about Tana in those videos I'm gonna reference again is the bar for Tana is so fucking low. It's literally down here. The lowest is what, 0? I say it every time. Her audience do not give a shit. Her audience are pretty terrible people too because they enable this behavior. She's a spoiled girl. She doesn't act like she's grateful for anything she has, and she's so well off. And that's disappointing from my YouTube audience point of view. While I'm not the biggest fan of Tana Mongeau, I try to come at this from a not biased point of view, but you really can't say that she's a real good person, honestly. Especially hot in the heels of her going to multiple parties and then posting a video of her going, "We don't fucking care," at another party, hot in the heels of a controversy of her going to a party. That was her addressing it, and then she was forced into doing a statement apologizing for going to the parties, which people believe she didn't even write. Like, it is a lot that's been going on with Tana Mongeau recently, and she posted multiple Instagram stories, which I did a video on as well, in which she states that she's taking her time and she's going to be making these videos a priority to make in terms of, in reference to SimplyNessa and Kaylin, and it was going to be multiple videos addressing it, and it's so important. And then she never made them. She prioritized going to parties instead. So, very briefly explained, that's it. And you know how much that took to explain? So SimplyNessa just posted another video called Addressing the Situation and Update. Chit chat, get ready with me. Now, normally I do not watch SimplyNessa's videos. She seems like a lovely girl and I've always been rooting for her, but she's not my style of creator, but I still very much so respect her. But my audience were sending me this video. She literally posted it 1 hour ago. They were sending it and they were like, "Adam, you need to watch it, the entire thing." So I did. And there's multiple times that she addresses Tana and these influencers, and we gotta talk about it. You know I have my little notes and we're gonna discuss. So this video is 28 minutes long, and it's juicy as well. Juicy. So before she really gets into Tana, she says about how she's doing a Get Ready With Me to go nowhere, as she should not be because we're in the middle of a world pandemic. Then she says about how the influencers are going out, and she says, "Lorraine, I'm talking to you," like straight off the bat. She was like, "Lorraine, I added you, bitch." Then she called Lorraine out for tweeting ages ago saying, "Why are these influencers going to parties?" And then he went to his own one. Very hypocritical, which she kept referencing. She really called him out. She said you can't continue going to parties, as we all know, because shit has changed and people are being so affected by this. She says she doesn't care if you think it's fake, just stay home. And that's another thing. These influencers probably think that this virus is a hoax, and that really says a lot about them. She says there's enough shows on Netflix, or do a Zoom party, which again, so much better. And she said it's annoying to see larger platform influencers promoting this and then having the mindset of, "Oh, it's just one night that I'm having fun." And I've made this an issue before where people were defending their favorite creator under my comments, attacking me, saying they're allowed to have one night of fun. You stupid bitch. I'm sorry. That's so dumb. What, are we not allowed to have one night of fun? We are, but we choose not to because we're in the middle of a world crisis. She says these influencers don't care that they're going to get backlash because the party is going to be worth it. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, and it's disgusting that it's about that, and oh, it makes me so irritated. And she referenced again how all these influencers and YouTubers are going, which by the way, one of them, and the most prominent one, is Tana Mongeau, have younger audiences. So straight off the bat, she was addressing Tana, and you know what? Drag her. You know what? SimplyNessa deserves to be able to sit back and drag Tana now, because that's what Tana did for so long. For SimplyNessa, I mean. Oh my god, her name isn't just Simply. She said the same people that were saying stay home are the ones that are partying, which is very true and we're all aware of. They're all hypocrites. LA hypocrites. She said you don't play with people's safety and you guys are going out partying every single night. You have had enough social interaction to fill the entire world. And that's very true. Even just Tana on her own has had enough. Tana's had more social interaction during this quarantine than I have my entire life. Like, let's be real. And then we get into her really addressing Tana. Now, I honestly thought she was not going to talk about it again, but then I realized at the same time Tana ignored it. And so, of course she's going to address it again. You know what? She deserves to be able to do this. How is she going to allow herself to move on if Tana won't even accept responsibility? Or at least a little bit. One of the questions SimplyNessa was asked by one of her subscribers was, how do you feel about Tana not responding after claiming she was? So the Instagram story is basically saying, like, I'm making it a top priority to make multiple videos. Okay, get your ad revenue, bitch. Something doesn't sit right. Then she said about how Kaylin made his video and Tana went on Twitter saying she's sorry and she wanted to talk to him. Then Kaylin responded to her first DM and then Tana never got back to him, which is so performative, and it's her like going on Twitter like, I'm gonna DM you right now. She DM'd him once and that's it. She never got back to him after he made the initial point. Boo! 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 And then she says about how Tana's apology was just for show and to publicly fix things, but then Tana went on to do so many other things that were so wrong that she now has to fix this. So she has so much to fix, but her priority was making these videos addressing Kaylin and SimplyNessa, so you're a PR disaster, Tana. And a disaster of a person. It's the fact that Tana literally lied to her audience. She lied to us saying that she was making it a priority to do these videos. Then she was seen partying. Every day. Why is this the person you choose to support, people? Then SimplyNessa confirmed that she hasn't heard shit from Tana, but she's heard behind the scenes that she's been telling multiple people that her and Kaylin are lying, and that Tana has not said anything to her face. So literally confirming that Tana has still said nothing to her, apologized or even explained herself to SimplyNessa, but has gone on Instagram saying she will. Are you seeing the issue here? Because I'm seeing the issue here. And the fact that SimplyNessa is saying that Tana's going behind the scenes saying that her and Kaylin are still lying just shows that Tana, you're still doing shady shit behind the scenes. Like, at this stage, if you do an apology, we know it's bullshit. Because you do not change. You literally do a behavior, get called out for it, and then do the behavior behind the scenes. That doesn't change the fact that you still do it. And you're like, whew, calm down, Adam. Whew. And then SimplyNessa said the way that she was treated on Trash, so back when the collab channel was happening, is how she is being treated now. So she made this video to clear the air, and still Tana is letting this shit happen. Tana's not a good person. Pass it on. Should we do fucking Chinese whispers? Tana Mongeau's a shitty person. Pass it on. If you're alone, just say it out loud. Come on. Good job. Should we count down from 3 and say it together? 1, 2, 3. Tana Mongeau's a shitty person. Wow. I love that group effort. Thank you so much. Basically, SimplyNessa just said about how she was always being called a liar behind the scenes and just saying really nasty stuff about her behind the scenes. Tana was. And is, I mean. But SimplyNessa is just happy that she got her message out and her truth out. And actually, what happened? She said that if Tana still believes that she's the liar, as in SimplyNessa's the liar, then she doesn't know what to say anymore. And honestly, SimplyNessa shouldn't have to say anymore. She shouldn't have to. Tana should have been like, fuck, I fucked up. Let me talk about it. But instead she was like, I'm going to talk about it eventually, but it's my priority. When? And then SimplyNessa brought up the video of Tana on a night out at a party going, we don't fucking care. And she said about how that made her feel some sort of way, even though it was about the party situation. She said something affecting the world she doesn't care about. So if she doesn't give a shit about that, why should we expect her to give a shit about anything else? And yeah, but why does she have a platform then? Why are we allowing someone like this to influence your children? My peers? Like, dangerous. This is dangerous. Then SimplyNessa said that if Tana actually issues an apology now, she won't believe it. So much she said and done behind the scenes, it just makes her not want to believe her. And I think we're all like that now. And so whenever Tana said, I'm going to make these videos, the amount of time that she was on Instagram saying, yeah, I'm making it a priority. It was literally so many Instagram stories. You could have made a YouTube video within that time. But honestly, like I said back then, you need to make like an hour-long video, half of it talking about Kaylin's situation, half of it talking about SimplyNessa, and own up to everything, not make it a fucking Shane series like you're trying to imply by doing multiple videos. It doesn't need to be. It needs to be one video, not monetized, and just talking honestly to the camera. But we know that will never happen. Let's be real, we have to lower our expectations, but the fact we have to even lower our expectations means that this shouldn't be someone that anyone should be supporting or have a platform. She's reckless, she's dangerous, and at the end of the day, if you choose to support her, it says a lot about your character. 2 people came forward with such a similar story, and Tana Mongeau saying, oh, they're just lying. Then why are you so avidly behind the scenes trying to shut them up? Guys. What's that? What was that? Am I okay? I want to know what your opinion is. I feel so bad for SimplyNessa and Kaylin. The fact that they're promised these false things, even back in the day, and it never happened, and then now, publicly, trying to clear Tana's image by saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it a priority, and then she never did. Like, ooh, something so grimy about that, and the fact that her and her manager Jordan were both involved in this, and now we know that Jordan's involved in the process of trying to clean this up as well. Ooh. I can't. Oh my god. Like, what redeemable qualities is there? Fucking nothing at all. Guys, please can we have a conversation below on what you think about SimplyNessa confirming that Tana still hasn't reached out to her and is saying stuff about her, saying she's lying behind the scenes. How can you say behind the scenes that she's lying and then you're gonna make an apology? Tana, to your peers, how does that look? Imagine I'm Tana's friend. Never happened, but Tana comes to me saying SimplyNessa's lying. And then me, as Tana's friend, goes on YouTube 2 days later and sees a video saying, apologizing. I'm like, did she just apologize for something she said someone's lying about? Like, Tana, say something and know that you've said it so that your next action can reflect on that, because currently you're acting like Jeffree Star and saying conflicting stories, which is literally digging yourself in a deeper hole than you're already in. Trash. I can't. Let's have a conversation below. What do you think about SimplyNessa saying all this? What do you think about Tana? If it's good, do better, bitch.